Let me move on to item number 8 here for a moment because y'all have been on this comment section all day long. Dan Mullen making quick work here apparently on the recruiting trail, trying to make some inroads with the 5-star quarterback, the Georgia commit Justin Fields. #1 player in the country according to the 24/7 Sports Composite Team ranking. He also hails from the state of Georgia in Kennesaw, Georgia. Goes to Harrison High School. Broken finger, didn't get a chance to finish his senior season, but the tape already exists on Fields. He's a terrific player. Here is why the conversation gets started initially, because if you look on Fields' Twitter profile, you see some activity on his part. He's followed some folks recently. Gators football, Dan Mullen, somebody named Gina Lynn.
Justin Sky's mom. Yeah, Gina, Gina.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
but that's in the handle.
Either way, that's who he's following. Dan Mullen, the Florida coach, right there in the heels of Mullen taking the Florida job. But do you read anything into Fields following Mullen the day that Mullen gets the Florida job?
I actually do, and here's the reason why. Why wasn't he already following Florida? You know what I mean? Like, obviously he's a Georgia commit, he's a Georgia guy, but the fact that Dan Mullen gets his job right now, and by everything I've heard today, Dan Mullen is visiting Justin Fields tonight, an in-home visit. I think that signals just, if nothing else, that maybe he has a little bit of piqued interest right now in this Florida program and wants to know what Dan Mullen has to say to him.
Yeah, I'll read to you from Zach Alberverdi here. Nation's #1 overall recruit's going to receive a visit Tuesday from Dan Mullen. New Florida coach plans to see Justin Fields. Fields was targeted heavily by the previous Florida staff, but the coaches stopped recruiting him after landing a commitment from Matt Corral in July. So that is what's going on there, according to Zach Alberverdi from SECCountry.com. And I'm of the belief that this is probably leading nowhere. Now, my question would be is, why isn't he trying to solidify things with Matt Corral, a quarterback that he already has, who himself was, depending on which recruiting service you use, either a 5-star himself or a very high 4-star.
Right.
That's the part of this that doesn't make a lot of sense to me.
I completely agree. That was kind of my first reaction. Why is this guy not flying to see the quarterback he already has committed? Obviously, if you're Dan Mullen right now, the system you run, you'd love to have a dual-threat quarterback. Justin Fields being the #1 recruit in the country, he's going to get your attention. But why not get the guy you already have in-house that has been committed to that university for a while? Matt Corral, very good quarterback. He tweeted earlier today, you know what, it's a business and you have to, something like you have to make business decisions sometimes. I guess sometime he's going to have to make a business decision to decide if he wants to follow Dan Mullen to Florida.